Welcome to my show. The show, not my show.
Okay, next. Next is this topic that I just started researching today, and it's been quite fascinating, actually.
Tell us about it.
Because I realized I knew a lot about it, but I just didn't realize what this was. So, President Obama, last day today.
Oh,
Is it today?
It's
Good bloke.
in our timeline. Trump gets sworn in on Saturday. Someone's kicking the floor. I can hear it. Stop it. Trump's getting sworn in on Saturday. I can hear something tilting. Okay, maybe it's the kids in the other room. Who knows?
Who knows? Let's not blame people.
Trump's getting sworn in on Saturday.
scary.
That's terrible. But when the president leaves office, he has an opportunity to pardon / help people who have really long jail sentences that may have incorrectly been, what's the word?
Prosecuted.
Yeah. Or
Jailed.
Or like too severe.
Screwed over.
Yeah.
I have a question already. So is it that he can just do it once as he leaves, or he can just do it because he's a president?
I think the idea is there's no blowback, so it's almost turned into a tradition.
Like, just do whatever you want and then...
Because it's like, what are they going to do? Fire him?
Ooh, nice.
Impeach him?
Yeah.
Peach.
I think the idea is
Peach?
usually presidents do really interesting things at the end of their term because
as you would.
no
Consequence?
Repercussion.
But couldn't Trump step in and just make it longer the
No,
next day?
Well, think about how hard it is for a president to do something.
it's hard.
So once something actually gets done, you can't just like flip the switch back.
Right.
There's so much
Makes sense.
process.
Yeah.
So what did Obama do?
So this is super interesting.
It is super interesting.
So before him was Bush, and before that was Clinton, right? So they all did a couple of hundred pardons and commutations together. But
A couple hundred?
yeah, but
Wow.
Obama did 200 pardons and 1,500 civilian. No, wait, that's the wrong number. 1,300, almost 1,400 commutations, which is more than double, like both of the previous presidents.
Yeah, I think he did a lot of like drug charges ones, especially for African Americans. Wrongfully
I
incarcerated.
didn't read that. That makes sense though. Is that like the 3 strike people? Is that what you mean?
I'm not sure what that is, but maybe.
So you get a life sentence after 3 felonies,
Oof.
which sucks for a lot of people,
Yeah,
like
that's
drug
crazy.
offenders, because
Like-
you get 3 felons, life.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's great. That's awesome. And it's super interesting, but why this is news, like especially, is he reduced the sentence of someone called Chelsea Manning.
Right.
Now, you might not know that name. I didn't know that name, but you've definitely seen this of the video of the airstrike dude who's talking about the people he's killing, like by shooting them from the plane.
Oh, yeah.
She like leaked that
Oh.
and heaps of other documents and just knowledge to WikiLeaks.
It's what put WikiLeaks sort of in the mainstream.
Yeah, like 6 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what, did she work for the NSA or something?
She was
a private.
she worked for the army. She was let me tell you what she was.
What was she, Chris?
She was a man.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
How did I not know about that?
Wait,
She was
what?
born Bradley Edward Manning.
Wait, hold up.
No one said anything about this.
Hold on.
So you researched everything except for gender.
This is a very, very big thing. You can't just blow past it. She was born a man.
She
Was born a man?
yeah, she's transgender.
okay.
When did she
Having
turn into a
Hormone.
she?
She's having hormone replacement therapy. So now.
So she's
she's
still
a
a he?
woman.
In jail.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so she's a he now. No, he's a she now.
Is he
Wow.
or is she still a he?
More importantly, she was an intelligence analyst for the army, and she leaked that video, the 2007 Baghdad airstrike video,
Yep.
and then other airstrike videos,
Right.
famous ones, and lots, like thousands, like 750,000 diplomatic cables and army reports, and chucked them up on WikiLeaks.
Yeah, she did.
Crazy stat. She revealed 15,000 more civilian casualties in Iraq than were known at all.
Wow.
15,000. That's so many. And it's like not enemy people. It's like civilian casualties.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Crazy.
So why is she in jail?
Because that's illegal. That's
Espionage.
sensitive military information, classified stuff
Mm.
that you shouldn't be revealing, even though it's just the truth. Just getting the truth out there.
Mm.
Yeah, so the Espionage Act is kind of what they leveled on her. Like, that's what they nailed her on.
So she
Which-
got 35 years.
Yeah. So the Espionage Act is over 100 years old. So I guess 100 years ago they didn't have this kind of intelligence and the kind of data control that the government has now.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit outdated in what they're doing.
Mm.
And that's kind of the argument they're making to reduce it, but it was never getting through.
So did she get a life sentence
35 years.
35.
in
Yes.
prison?
Because the
35.
chief of staff and stuff, they said, you're putting American soldiers at risk.
Yeah,
And
the wording of the Espionage Act was if it endangers the safety of the country, I think, is the wording,
Right.
which you can kind of interpret any way you want if you're going to say that.
Yeah.
Which, and honestly, you could argue that it kind of did. Like, it showed America in a very brutal way.
Mm.
But I didn't
I
actually.
guess you could say that.
Yeah, I didn't actually read up on this, but did anything ever say why he reduced it? Because he didn't just reduce it. She's getting out in like May.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, so
she
she's
reduced
free
it
now,
from
or-
35 years to 7 years since sentencing, which is May this year.
So she's actually been
No
in jail for
way.
7 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think Obama's saying that because he wants to like set a better precedent for whistleblowers, so that when people do bad things and people come forward, even though they're not supposed to, that it's okay. Like, we should be revealing when people do bad stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
For
Well,
sure.
Yeah.
It-
I didn't even think about it like that, but think about it like you want whistleblowers because there's always going to be hidden stuff because
Yeah.
no one wants bad PR.
So a lot of the stuff that she released, her and WikiLeaks are credited for the Arab Spring in 2010, because she released a whole lot of stuff about the dictators. Like, for example, the president of Tunisia, him and his daughter. Like, one of the files that were released, it was all about how he would get ice cream flown in from France just for him and his daughter every week, and all this crazy stuff.
Who
and then,
wouldn't?
and then all that and much worse things. So
That's not bad at all.
that led to people knowing what was going on, and then the Arab Spring, which is people rising up and overthrowing
Yeah.
dictators and things like that, which is a good thing.
No one loves dictators.
No one loves dictators. Well, some people love dictators.
Bunch of dicks.
Yeah, so I'm pretty on the fence about it because I think a lot of people would be angry at her.
Well,
'Cause-
I reckon it's good because that would keep people in power accountable.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
they know if they're about to do something could get released or something, like maybe they'll think twice about what they're about to do.
But then you think about things like the soldiers in some of the videos who are ordered to do that. Like, they don't do that. They're like a traitor.
Yeah,
And
but it's
they're
more about the
obviously
general.
they're obviously commanded to do that.
Yeah.
And if his data is out there that he like enjoyed killing or something along that line, that kind of like this is kind of looking small instead of big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm
Yeah.
talking more about the people in power that give the commands to do that stuff.
yeah,
The other thing is with the airstrike video, it wasn't so much what he did. It was that
the attitude.
from listening to the way they were talking, it was like they were like playing COD.
Yeah.
Like it
Mm.
sounded like they were playing a video game while killing civilians.
Because they weren't actually there, were they? They were just like looking at a screen.
It was
type
like
of
a
thing.
giant scope
Yeah.
from a plane.
I think they were
And
on
just-
a carrier or like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
helicopter.
If you've ever done the COD mission where you're in a plane shooting
Yeah.
people
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
ground,
yeah.
that's it.
That's pretty much what he was doing in real
Yeah.
life.
Well, not mad. I
Yeah.
mean, like that
Yeah.
explains it.
So there is a bit of a debate about whistleblowers. Like, yes, people should be held accountable, and
Yeah.
the truth should be known. People should know what's happening.
Mm.
But then there are people who have to make hard decisions that, like,
Have casualties.
have repercussions
Yeah.
and maybe need to be kept confidential. Does everybody need to know everything? Is the question, I guess.
Mm. That is a good question.
No, but I think the argument could definitely be made that more needs to be known about this type of thing.
Yeah.
Because there's so much, like, they could do anything. Imagine, like, so much stuff came out about that, the whole, everything in Iraq. Like, imagine wars that were, like, before we had all the technology to find these kind of files.
yeah.
Like, imagine how much stuff is there.
For sure.
Like, do you think World War II would be so heroic and noble
Nah.
if we had the technology now that we had back then? As in, like, if we knew everything the way we know everything about what everyone's doing now.
Which we don't really.
Yeah.
We know what we're told.
I mean, like, everyone in charge would know everything that's happening. Is what I
Right,
mean. Like,
yeah.
not everyone knows, but yeah.
Mm.
I don't know if that's making sense to what I'm saying.
Mm.
But yeah.
It's tricky.
I'm glad she is getting out. So I'm just.
Yeah, I had no idea about
I'm
the sex change thing.
yeah, I'm glad she's getting
that
out
was
because
news.
yeah, and maybe like to put a funny spin on it, maybe she won't release anything that Obama did because he got her out.
I think she's spent her money. So
I
to
think
speak.
she's done.
What's is there a better way to say that?
Do you mean like on her sex change?
She spent that bread.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
It's like she's.
I don't think they give her any more access to confidential material.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she could still have stuff. Anyways.
She still has stuff.
I guess
Oh no.
that was gross.
Because she was a he.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, just
Alright.
checking.
Wait. I have a conspiracy theory.
Oh, hit
Let's
us.
go.
What if because he thought like, you know, I'm gonna be in jail for 35
Who's he?
years.
She.
He,
Chelsea Manning.
yeah.
Speaking in past.
He's-
When he
he's-
was
In
Bradley.
the past.
He's thinking
When
that,
she was a
oh man, I'm in jail for 35 years, surrounded by all these blokes. So why don't I get a sex change? That way I can go to like a girl jail and spend more time with the chicks.
I don't know if that's really a conspiracy theory.
Is that it's a pretty tough conspiracy.
It's definitely a theory.
I don't
But
I don't think it's a conspiracy. I think that was just a plan.
No, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Well, it didn't work because he's getting out. Obama foiled his plan.
could you imagine if that was her plan and like
It's her plan.
and then
He'd be
it's just
so Devo.
it's just been flipped on its
Just
head.
backfired, yeah.
It's
Take
like
us back.
I'm getting
Plot
out,
twist.
and he's just like, yay!
I spent
I
all
miss
my
my
money.
penis. Anyway, with that resounding note,
Anyway.
next.